Hi. Okay, so this is my project. I did Turnip to Table, in which we did gardening and also using those crops that we used from harvesting at the garden and cooking with them. And I did a blog on WordPress, Turnip to Table, because there ain't no party like a garden club party, because a garden club party don't stop until after we eat everything. And I did this because I actually joined the garden club that's a part of the language house that my friend is a part of. It's St. Mary's Hall, which is right across from Stamp Student Union, and she helped me learn how to cook and garden different things. So what we started with was sunflower seeds, and we harvested them by separating them from the actual flower themselves and the black part above and peeling them out. And then we went on to making sunflower seed brittle, which you can see us doing here. This is my friend Juliana, and you can actually make, a lot of times people think of like brittle, like peanut brittle and everything like that, but you can make it with any nut or seed at all. And so we made it with sunflower seeds that we had separated the meat with and everything like that. My first attempt of it, I actually burned it because it's incredibly difficult, believe it or not, to actually like judge the timing for when like the sugar is cooked versus burnt and everything like that. But Juliana, my friend, she's done it quite a few times, so she's really good at it, and she taught me how to. Beyond that, we also harvested mustard greens, spinach, and turnips. And I had never eaten turnips or mustard greens or anything like that before, and I was very like apprehensive about it first. But like picking and everything was a lot of fun. We had to wash them off, and I didn't know actually that like the mustard greens actually grew flowers that were really pretty. We picked those, and after a while, like, you had to learn how to pick certain things, and I thought that you picked everything the same way, and I was pulling the mustard greens from the root, which was not correct. I was supposed to just break the greens off from the top, versus turnips, which are actually like a root plant, that you actually pull the root all the way out. So that was something I had to learn. Beyond that, we started cooking with them, and we made, my friend, we cooked linguine with turnips and mustard greens, wilted mustard greens and spinach, and things like that. So we actually, like, my friend's family is from Italy. She's like first generation in America from her father, and she taught us that like they have basic few sauces that they work with, and like in my head I was thinking that like, meanwhile I always thought that like spaghetti was the answer to any pasta question, but what they usually do is they use different kind of basic sauce bases, like olive oil bases versus oil and wine bases versus tomato bases versus cream bases, and they learn like basic sauces to use and also incorporate with basic pasta types that will hold sauces, different kinds of sauces, and their viscosities differently. And she taught me how to kind of judge more or less which pasta will hold which sauce the best, and which vegetables you could use whatever you have at hand to actually make food, which I would have never done. If I didn't have like pasta sauce in a jar, like Prego, I wouldn't have made pasta, but she just whipped this up out of nowhere, and it really helped me figure out how to kind of make something out of nothing. Beyond that, she also, with this, we learned how to take the leftovers and create a salad with the leafy greens, as well as orange, and we roasted some of the leftover sunflower seeds that we had from when we harvested in the beginning of the year, and also roasted the turnips that we had left over as well. And we created a salad, excuse me, and we also like whipped up a quick vinaigrette which, I mean, usually, like, whenever she was telling me that we could make a salad, I was like, okay, do I need to go buy dressing? But she said, no, we can just make one really quick. And I learned how to do that with just fresh squeezed the oranges that we had left over, some lemon, olive oil, the rosemary that we grew in the garden, salt, and pepper. And we made a quick salad, which was very satisfying, as well as learning about not only how to make these different dishes, but also how much it was going to save me over time. So, additionally, I made a chart here as the final product. Can you see it? Okay. That showed my progression over time from October to November to December, and projected what I was going to spend in December, about how much money I'm spending over time doing this and gardening and cooking as opposed to eating out. And you can see, like, I went back into my bank account statements and tracked how much money I had actually spent on going out versus cooking in and using the garden ingredients over time. And you can see how in October I spent $372.69 versus November, after I had begun, I went down to $295.08. And in December, I'm projected to spend $219.67. And this is excluding also holiday meals and everything like that as well. But considering all that, it's a quite a decrease from where I started, and I'm very happy for what I started from and where I've gone to. So that's my project.